Hey guys, Rorius here. Welcome back to the Rorius Game Jam 2021 Showcase. Today we're playing Benji's game. This is the game made by one of our community members, Benji. This is Terminus. Welcome to Vessel OS. You are now clocked in. Please return in 6 hours to clock out. Thanks and have a nice shift. Okay. Oh man, it shows the real time. It shows the real time down here. Sudoku. Oh. It's, does this actually work like real Sudoku? Oh, I want to try it, but I'm like, oh, it has been so long since I played Sudoku, and it would take me ages to do it. I'm gonna not bother to find out if that actually works. Monograms. Or nonograms? Oh, it's one of these. This looks really, like, I didn't recognize what this was at first, but now I actually do recognize what it is, and this particular sized one of these would take me ages to do. Let's not. Let's follow this instead. Ebooks, The Great Gatsby. Oh. Is this like really... Oh my god, is this like a real... Is this actually the book? Great Gatsby? Oh my god, it looks like it might actually be the real book. Holy shit. Oh my god, I can't hold it down either. Oh. Imitation of some Hotel de Ville. Must be like a character with a thing over it, but because this font mustn't have that character. I'll have to check to see if you have like a thing somewhere for like what external resources you might have used. Anti-alias on terminal. Yes. No. Default supers. Oh. Nice. Hell yeah. Terminal. Welcome to the Vessel OS terminal. What would you like to do? Open internal airlock. External airlock. Okay. Open external airlock. This is doing so result in complete loss of air pressure. Please do not attempt to use the airlock in this manner. Override. Warning. If you proceed, any individuals on board not fully equipped with operational spacefaring technology will not survive. You should only continue in a serious emergency. Override. Proceeding while almost settling could result in death. Override. Enter. Why? I'm trying to give you the benefit of the doubt here. But do you even understand what you're trying to do? Yes. Kill everyone on board. Proceed, everyone on board will be killed. You're the only one on this vessel with a spacesuit. Everyone else will die. You still want to continue? Yes. I don't understand. Am I reading your intentions correctly here? You're consciously attempting to murder your crewmates. This is murder. Perhaps I'm missing some much needed context here. But regardless, this seems like a bit drastic, no? Wait. Do I answer no or yes to here? Yes? Then you are aware of the gravity attempting. Let's talk this over. What ends do you suppose justify the means? Why are you doing this? There's an emergency. It was the only option. That's ludicrous. Listen, all you have to do with the system during your shift is to clock in and out. At any point, you could just switch this computer off and partake in any non-murderous activity you choose. You go for a walk around the ship, place a nonograms, on this computer, strike up a conversation with a crewmate, anything. I simply do not understand your reasoning. You claimed that you understand the severity of what you were trying to do here, and this is how you're trying to justify it. Just because you can't think of anything else to do besides murdering everyone on board the ship does not mean you're the only option. It's your only option, sorry. Not by any stretch of the imagination. No matter how I look at it, your logic does not make sense. Let me ask you this. Is this typical for you? Do you always go around doing stuff like this? With nothing else to occupy your time happens to present itself? No. So what's different now? If this is unusual for you, what's changed? That's rhetorical, by the way. I've already learned enough from this conversation. What's wrong with you? Did you read all those warnings right? I mean, if this were an accident, we wouldn't still be talking about it. I don't know why I even asked. But I just don't get it. I know how difficult it is to get a job with one of these corporations out in space. Let alone as I keep seeing the Rorius logo in the background. I just distracted. Let alone the space captain of a vessel. All the psychiatric examinations they put you through, all those months of training and mental preparation. It's just that you'd think they would have caught something like you long before this situation could arise. I know how easy the isolation out here can push a person over the precipice. But they put prospective astronauts through pretty strenuous isolation exercises. It just doesn't add up. And it makes me wonder why you might be doing this in the first place. Have you been driven insane by the environment? Or was this always your goal? That's interesting to think about too. What is this AI? It's like pontificating on the merits of my decisions. Was this your intention when you signed up for this mission? When you interviewed for this position? When you decided on this career path? I suppose it doesn't matter. Either way, you're here and you're dangerous. In any case, if you've got any less laughable reason why I should let you go through with this, let's hear them. Ah. There's an emergency. Seriously? That could call for drastic measures, I suppose. But of all the entities in this vessel, I wouldn't try to invent a story. I wouldn't try to invent a story about an emergency too. The computer system that monitors everything on board is right up there. I see what. Yep. Now I'd like to ask you something, and I promise I'm not being sarcastic. I'm genuinely curious. Did you really think that you could convince me there was an emergency? Yes. Interesting. I would have guessed you knew enough about this vessel to realize you couldn't possibly fool me about any of its functions. Regardless, nice try. I just don't understand exactly why you're trying to do this. Yep. There's a really legitimate reason. Or are you just being evil? You go back and forth all day, listing off justifications. Who knows whether there's any truth to them? Okay. It's probably boring yourself to death. Just a little bit. This is a little much. I like the idea of this, but it's reminding me too much of the computer terminal in the Talos Principle. It's like a little bit like preachy and judgy. I'm like, just let me open the fucking airlocks. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I'm not opening that second airlock. You think murder is evil? Yes. Okay, now let me ask you this. You see yourself as evil? No. You don't. Do you see why that confuses me? I guess the question is this. What do you believe absolves you, of all people, of being evil, despite the fact that you're intending to commit a mass murder at this very moment? I suspect I might already know the answer to that question. Anyway, if you've got any more arguments, let's have them. I'm bored. Surely you understand how ridiculous you sound. Oh my god. Just gotta skip through it. Do you view the people around you as mere toys? No. It's a bold-faced lie. That's why I'm curious as to how much my answers change what gets said. I feel like my answers don't necessarily point to me being just purely evil. I feel like if there was like a menace on board that wasn't clearly it wasn't immediately obvious to the computer. I haven't had the opportunity to fully describe that yet. Like, if there was like some kind of like non-living thing on board that was super dangerous and we just needed to eject it via the airlock, like immediately, this computer asking me all these questions would just be detrimental to the outcome. Okay, just gonna skip through this. Yeah, the computer keeps asking me questions and then like not letting me actually answer them. Yeah. I'm not even sure why this ship lets you open the. This is kind of what I was saying before. It's like, or what I was thinking at least. It's like, why give me the option to do it if there's like no scenario in which I can force it to happen. Okay, I'll go through. I'm curious. You open the airlocks, everyone but you will die. That's it. The end. Shocker, I realize. Yeah, sure. My curiosity is satisfied. Oh, most of my... I misread what it said. My curiosity isn't satisfied. I meant to say no. No, it's satisfied. Okay, wait. Bearing in mind the context of your interaction here, do you think there's anything wrong with that kind of mindset? I refer to the idea that one should act upon any inkling that their actions might produce an interesting result, regardless of how cruel his actions might be. No. Just because you're distinct with the consequences of your action here, your morals no longer apply. You've been sitting there just reading dialogue for so long now. I know this is boring for you. Sitting and arguing with a text-based computer terminal isn't anybody's idea of fun. I'm pretty sure that in this context, bored is just the last thing you want to be. It's the whole purpose, right? But you persevere. Really, really want to see those people die, huh? That's all you want here. It's your only goal. Am I right? Yes. I just don't understand you. I mean, I thought he very much does understand me. Get on with it. You've got one option left. Yeah. Yeah. Just. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, not on your life. You're not a living thing, Terminal. You're a computer. Oh. I see. I was like, I was skimming the text. I saw something about fourth wall, and I was like, oh, what the? I went back and saw, just be done with this game. Yeah. I'm sure you already knew that I was going to completely break the fourth wall at some point. No one says, you're not going to quit now. Sunk cost fallacy, exactly. Nope. You win, congratulations. I will open the other airlock. God knows you earned it. Yay! Your determination to see this through. It's told me everything I need to know about you. You're vile. You're disgusting. Look at yourself. Yeah, this is more of what I was saying. Like, it's a little bit preachy. A little bit like it's trying to get you to feel bad about your decisions. Dating yourself with a murder scam and make believe. But that's the whole point. It does. I mean, it is pretty slow. It's very meta. We've got very meta now. It's exactly, computer. Nothing here is real, so why are you stopping me from doing this so vehemently? No lives are actually on the line. Stop preaching at me. I just want death. Damn right. Damn right I did. Whoa. This is like getting a little too close. Yeah. Hey, just because I hosted a game jam specifically about villainy. Being the villain. He says like I normally I'd make a remark and then he remakes the remark. Who's the real villain of this game? Okay. I expect to see this now. It hasn't been a pleasure. And I hope that feeling is mutual. Little airlock opening. And that's it, that's how it ends. Well, well, like you've nailed the aesthetic. It's like, oh, Rorius logo, Rorius, yeah. Oh, they're all public domain books. Ah, I didn't actually know that. Benji, yeah. I mean, you nailed it, and the like function of the computer and stuff, all the programmatic stuff is like really good. The art's really good. But yeah, that text, exactly as the game itself described it, it was like long and tedious and frustrating. And I think that's it. It just ends on the black screen. A bit like my game, where it just, if you get the proper ending, it just ends. It just sits there. I'm also just curious though, really quick. The time is 3:01. I'm not cheating. I'm totally not cheating. This shift is now over. Have a nice day. I wondered if that would happen. It still ended with like a whooshy kind of sound effect. Okay, and that's it. It's good continuity that Benji remembered to do. If you actually take 6 hours, it ends. But yeah, so as I said, like technically speaking, really good, and like I was amazed to see that the like Sudoku seemingly at least was working, and like the nonograms and stuff like that, and all the books were actually functional and stuff like that. But that the terminal is so preachy. It just reminds me of the time I was like arguing with and getting frustrated with the computer in the Talos Principle. But they kept the terminal in the Talos Principle, like there's definitely some long dialogue sequences, but relatively speaking, like there isn't too much. Each individual session is kept relatively short, so you don't get too frustrated with the computer. Not until like way into the game, like towards the end, where you get like these really long sequences that are really tedious and frustrating. It's like it's so maddening. Just let me off with the airlocks. I think the element of like villainy and stuff like that for the theme would have still been achieved, I think, if it was just a terminal with a bunch of things you could do, and then there was like the secret option for opening the airlocks and then just ending it as soon as you open the airlocks. That would have achieved it equally. Having all that dialogue would like looked complicated to me. It looked like a complex system of like dialogue options. I personally got really frustrated with it at the end. Yeah. But whatever the case, that was cool. I definitely highly recommend you go check it out, in the links in the description. Especially if you are really good at Sudoku and you can do it quickly, and let me know if the Sudoku or nonograms actually like function. Like if you get it all right, does it say like correct, well done, or if it just lets you sit in the possibility that it could be wrong. I don't know. But yeah, really cool entry. If you like what you saw, hit like. If you want to see more from me, then subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next episode of the Rorius Game Jam 2021 Showcase.